Hey guys, welcome to another Thursday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. Today I'm going to talk about, I've covered the first three Black Sabbath Super Deluxe box sets. So you had, I think it started out with Paranoid, and then Volume 4, and then they released Sabotage earlier this year. So I'm going to talk about the Technical Ecstasy Super Deluxe box set. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on the link down below and go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. It's kind of a cool place to continue the music conversation. There's also a couple other links down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den merch page. We got t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. And then there's also a link for the Vinyl Den Patreon page. If you want to support the show, it's always greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. I couldn't remember the exact release of the each individual Super Deluxe box set, so I had to go back and look it up. Paranoid, which is probably my favorite Black Sabbath album, was released October of last year, so I was really excited for that one. And the Volume 4 came out in February of this year. And Volume 4 is probably my second favorite album of theirs. And then Sabotage came out in June. And then Technical Ecstasy was released on October 1st. So after the Sabotage box set was released, a lot of people on social media were kind of going back and forth on trying to figure out what was going to be the next Black Sabbath Super Deluxe box set. Because I'm assuming they're going to kind of continue on with these, especially with as well as they've been selling. But I think that kind of the overall majority really wanted to see either Master Reality or Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, which they're both fantastic albums. I know Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is actually Ian's favorite Black Sabbath album, I'm pretty sure, at least. But so when Technical Ecstasy was announced, I was a little surprised because not because it's not a good album. It's because the last two Ozzy albums are, well, I don't think they're held as in high regard as the other Ozzy Black Sabbath albums are. And, you know, it's one that I kind of went back and forth on, you know, to be completely honest. And I decided to, because it's probably been 20 or 25 years since I've listened to this entire album. I've heard a couple of songs off of it since then, but, you know, I haven't actually like sat down and listened to the whole thing. It was probably over at Ian's house in like the mid-90s was the last time I listened to this whole album. So I did stream it over the last couple of days to kind of get an idea of the overall sound of the album. It's actually a little better than I remember it being, but so I'm going to crack this thing open and kind of go through what's all included in this thing. One thing I noticed right off the bat, this says, according to the sticker on the front, so this is a 5 LP set. It's 2 LPs of new mixes and alternative versions. Of course, it has the newly remastered standard album in here. It's mixed by Steve Wilson also, which Steve Wilson does incredible jobs with the remixes that he does. I know he's done a lot of the Jethro Tull albums also, which sound fantastic. But the one thing I saw in here, it says 2 LP live concert recording from the 1976-1977 World Tour. And this was the thing I had with the Sabotage box set was, from everything I saw, I could never find anything really definitive that said if this was from one show in particular, or if these were like a collection of or a collection of tracks from that World Tour. So if anyone knows, drop a comment down below and let me know for sure. But that's what the sticker looks like on there. But it's got a lot of other stuff on there. It's got a 40-page book with artwork, photo, liner notes. It's got a color poster in here. But the artwork looks really sweet on there. You know, I've always kind of liked the artwork on this album, even though I know a lot of people kind of are not big fans of this album. But the artwork looks pretty sweet on there. But all right, I'm going to crack this thing open now. So the thing that I can say about Technical Ecstasy is, when I first heard this album back in the early to mid 90s, whenever it was, I at that time I'd probably only listened to Paranoid Volume 4 and maybe their first album. So when I listened to Technical Ecstasy, it was definitely a different kind of album. It was a different kind of Black Sabbath. And I don't think I really appreciated the album for what it was at that time. And then, like I said, over the last couple of days, I've streamed it again a couple of times. And I kind of get it a little bit more now. You know, it really sounds like, Black Sabbath, who were in this kind of transition period. And I think overall they were kind of trying to figure out where their music was going to go next. They didn't want to keep rehashing that old sound, which was really popular and created some of the, greatest heavy metal music of the 70s, and really kind of formed the basis of the whole heavy metal genre. But, in this, with Technical Ecstasy, I think it was an album where Tony and the band really kind of looked out into what was going on in the music scene at that time and really kind of tried to figure out where they were going to fit in moving forward. And maybe this album doesn't exactly work the way that they wanted it to, but I think overall it is a really good album, and it's one that, like I said, I have a better appreciation for now. The one thing I can say about these Black Sabbath Super Deluxe box sets is I'm always really the production of them is really fantastic. I haven't found any kind of flaws or anything like that. I know some people were having issues with I think it was the Paranoid box set, with albums being scuffed and things like that out of the package. But I think that was primarily like a European release of it. I'm not sure if the North American version or any of them sold here in the U.S. had that same issue. Mine turned out perfect, and everyone that I know that has that box set here in the U.S. didn't have any issues with it either, but I know some other people did. But the book that comes with this is pretty sweet. Like I said, it just got liner notes and pictures and stuff from the creation of the album. The artwork's in here. It's kind of cool. I enjoy kind of flipping through this stuff. I'll sit down and listen to the album the first time and kind of go along and kind of read through a lot of the stuff that's in here. It's I think it's a really nice touch with some of the other Super Deluxe box sets that you get out there. I don't think have this kind of detail to them. I know the Stone Temple Pilots box set, the Super Deluxe box sets. Those, of course, those were also a little cheaper. Those were like $65, but they didn't have, this kind of detail or anything with them. But I will say that I did. That was the other thing about this box set, and really with all of the Black Sabbath box sets so far, is I've actually bought them on sale when they were first announced. I think retail on this thing is probably 115 or 120 bucks. I got it for a really good deal. I think I paid less than 90 bucks shipped on it. So, that's another thing that I think kind of going forward. I hope to kind of continue with a lot of these Super Deluxe box sets, because, I know we've talked a lot about in the vinyl community of the rising cost of vinyl and things like that. And I think we're going to see more box sets kind of moving forward. They are going to be at the higher price range. So the poster, I think, is just the artwork from the album. So that's kind of cool. I'm not a big poster fan. I know a lot of guys out there, like to take their posters out of the albums and frame them. But so the standard, this is just the standard remix of this one. At least it comes in a polyline sleeve. That was the other thing. You buy a lot of these box sets and you pull, spend, $100+ on. You pull out the album and it's in a paper sleeve. But at least this is in a polyline sleeve. Love the old, it's got the Warner label on there. This is kind of cool. I didn't realize when I first opened this up. This is obviously the standard remaster, and then this is kind of cool. This is the artwork for the new mix, which looks kind of sweet. I love the alternate artwork on there. So that's cool. That'd be a cool one to check out. Here's this is the Outtakes album, alternative mixes. There's all the stuff done by Steven Wilson, and then the tour album, which that was the thing I wanted to know is, for you people out there that buy Super Deluxe box sets or really any kind of box set, how often do you guys really listen to the live content from these albums? Because so far, I've listened to the at least the ones that came with the Paranoid one. I've listened to that a couple of times, but so far with Sabotage and Volume 4, I think I've only listened to those live albums, just that once, just that one time when I first bought the album. So I don't know. Well, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how often you guys really listen to these live albums. But this is the one that I kind of always find interesting, is especially the stuff from the 70s, is the sound quality. And so I'm going to toss this on and give this a spin and see how it sounds. So I listened to the first half of, or the first couple of tracks off of side A on this. And overall, the sound quality is actually pretty decent for when it was recorded. So that'll be definitely a cool one to check out. I did also check out some of the outtakes from this. And it's just listening to like Ozzy in the studio is really kind of cool. I love the kind of touch. These are kind of the stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy out of these box sets. Because, you know, really, if you wanted just the standard album, you know, you could save yourself, you know, $80 or whatever it is, just buy it. But, you know, overall, I've been pretty impressed with these Super Deluxe box sets by Black Sabbath, and this Tactical Ecstasy is no different. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. You know, drop me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about these Black Sabbath Super Deluxe box sets. If you are going to grab the Tactical Ecstasy, or if you did, let me know what you guys thought of it. Because, like I said, it's an album that I really didn't really think of a whole lot about over the last 20, 25 years. And it's, you know, I think it's an album that I'm glad that I definitely checked out and gave a second chance to, because it's, like I said, it's a better album than what I remember it being. But I don't know, that's all I got. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you come back and check out the show on Sunday. Well, that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.